Good evening, everyone. It's the 8th of June, and you're listening to Common Ground Radio on the Air Nation Radio Network, where we discuss all the latest from the 2013 Daytime Emmy-winning drama and 2014 Daytime Emmy-nominated drama, Days of Our Lives. I am Misty, and today we have a special guest co-host, Travis. Brandon will be back with us next week. So, how are you, Travis?
Very well. Yourself, Misty?
I'm great. I'm running around crazy this weekend trying to get everything in order, but weekends go by so fast. It's like the week takes forever, and then the weekend is so fast.
Oh, I hear you. Yesterday I had to do grocery shopping. Today I did laundry. I made meatballs in the crock pot, went down my trash, tried to catch up on DVR. I mean, and now it's already 7 o'clock, and it's time for Common Ground Radio. I'm like, seriously? We just have one more day. Just one more day.
I know. Lucky for me, I took tomorrow off, so I get one more day, but it'll be back to the grind on Tuesday.
You took tomorrow off?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. I have to go to the dentist, boo, and then my daughter's got flute lessons, and it's in the middle of the day, so I just took off to do all this.
Can I go to the dentist, too?
You do?
I'm going to make a dentist appointment as well. No one needs to know that I really don't need to go, but I just want one more day off.
Well, good luck with that. My dentist appointment is not going to be fun. I broke a tooth 2 weeks ago, and I put a temporary crown on 2 weeks ago, and so now I'm going for my permanent crown. Yay! Okay.
Oh, no.
Now that everyone knows my dental business.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, it was not fun. It was not fun at all.
Oh,
I've never had a crown before. It's my first one. First thing for, first time for everything, I guess.
I wish you the best of luck with that.
Well, thank you.
I don't want the dentist.
Well, we all know that Brandon's not here tonight, and I'm sure that he's gonna survive with us doing the show tonight, right? Like, I know he's a little bit scared because we can get a little bit crazy, but we're gonna do a little duet just for him. So, are you ready, Travis? It's Common Ground Radio musical.
Are we starting right now? Do I want me to do the beginning for it to get us into the beat, or how are we doing it?
You just get us into it, and I'll follow suit.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right. So, at first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I learned how to get along, and so now you're back. From outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid law. I should have made you. Are you going to be honest? If I know for just 1 second, you'd be back to bother me. Go now, go. No. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. Because you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with your vibe? Did you think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, not I. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live. I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey. Well, thanks for being my echo, Misty. I appreciate
that was hilarious.
It was hilarious. I thought you were going to sing with me, not after me.
I was like, well, I'll let him do most of it, and then I'll just chime in here and there.
You're crazy. You are crazy, girl.
They're totally rocking out in the chat room.
Hannah felt like she walked into an episode of Glee.
Well, we hope that you enjoyed our duet tonight. That was rather fun.
We're going to do more than one, but we didn't want to overwhelm you guys. So.
Okay. Before we get in our show tonight, we would like to go ahead and remind you to log into airnationradio.com. You can check out all of our past shows and listen to them there. You can also listen to them on our talkshoe.com account. We've been lucky enough to interview some of the most amazing Days Cast members: Jen Lilly, Jade Harlow, Bill and Susan Hayes, Meredith Scott Lynn, Casey Moss, who actually surprised us with Guy Wilson. And if you miss any of those interviews, you will want to be sure to go and check those out ASAP. Next, we would like to bring you the tweets of the week. Every week we bring you our favorite tweets from the day's cast members, past and present. But before we get into our individual tweets, we wanted to mention some of the fan favorites from this past week. So apparently, Galen Gehring, he tweeted, "My God, does anyone know where I can get some Midol?" And he tweeted that to Eric and Kate, which we thought was hilarious. That everybody was like, "You all have to mention the Midol tweet. You have to mention the Midol tweet."
Oh, Lord.
And that scene, though, on Days was hilarious. Like, I know they got to get in their little promos or whatever because, you know, that's how they get their money from the people who support. So, you know, sometimes they'll have, like, the Cheetos or, you know, whatever it is. But Midol, really, I guess they wanted us to know that Abby finally had her period and she's not pregnant.
Which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I couldn't hear with a kid. Not right now. But that's another topic for another time.
Oh, Lord. And then another fan favorite for this week was Guy Wilson. Apparently, someone named Janine Madrigal or Gal, I don't even know. Anyway, she says to Guy, "Bring back Chandler Massey, please." And his response was, "I'm not currently in possession of him."
That is great.
Oh, my gosh. That was the best comeback ever. Like, I'm so glad he said that because
he's such a good sport.
I know. And the fact that this person would actually tweet Guy that instead of, like, NBC Days, like, why are you going to tweet Guy and say, "Bring back Chandler Massey"? It's rude, one. And two, I liked his comeback. It's pretty funny.
I agree. I think Guy Wilson has been such a good sport through it all. You know, he's had some, tough fans to get through, and I think that, you know, the true Days fans are going to be there to support, you know, no matter who takes the place of an actor or actress. And so I think Guy's doing amazing, and we're very proud of him, or I'm very proud of him at least. Exactly. Okay, and so you've got a tweet for us, right? Yes, I found a couple. Of course, I couldn't just, you know, find the number that we're supposed to find, so I had to go and have my process of elimination for a while. But anyway, my first one's from Jane Harwell. You can find her at Jane_Harwell at Twitter. And she is, her tweet. I'm tongue-tied, it's okay. All right, so it says, "Up early enough to watch Saturday morning cartoons. Don't judge me. And discovered they canceled my Liberty Kids, in quotations." And I just love that tweet because it shows how real she is. And I miss the good old days with the real Saturday morning cartoons with, like, Garfield and Friends and the chicken and the rooster and the little, remember that? Like, you had the chicken rooster thing on Garfield and Friends, and they, like, run around and chase each other. And then there was all these other cartoons. Like, I miss those days when I was growing up.
Yes.
So that
and Jade
is
so
attention.
real. She's so sweet, too. She's like, I don't know. She doesn't seem like your typical star, you know, like someone who's just uppity. She's really sweet, which most of the soap stars are. But she's really down to earth.
Yeah, no, she really, really is. And all of them are really down to earth, like you said, too. But so that was one of my tweets.
All right. Well, one of mine is from Bill Hayes. I don't know if you all knew this, but he celebrated his 89th birthday this week. If you want to follow him and his lovely wife, they are at Days Hayes. He says, "Elvis Presley was born in this house. Ho, 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 we're all shook up." And they were at the house that Elvis was born at in Tupelo, Mississippi. So I wonder if they are there, like, I wonder if they just went there for his birthday or if they're there what. I don't know. I just found it crazy that they were in Tupelo, Mississippi. It's the place where Elvis was born.
Oh.
I know, and he's 89. He'll be 90 next year. It's crazy.
89 years young, sweetheart. I love the Hayes. They're so great.
Yeah, I hope you still say that when you're in your 80s.
Anyway.
Your next one?
my next one is from Jen Lilly. And she said, but seriously, where do all the bobby pins go? And I laughed so hard. I laughed and laughed because it seems like all my female friends that I have lose their bobby pins. They'll clip them somewhere, or like it'll get lost in their hair, or it'll fall out, or something, or they never seem to have enough. So that one made me laugh a lot when she said that. I could just picture her just sitting there and being like, seriously? Anyway.
I love her. But that's true. Like, oh my gosh, you won't even know how many bobby pins it takes to do it up doing my hair because I have so much hair. But anyway, we won't get into that.
Mine too. No, I hear you.
My last one is from Chriselle Strauss. You can follow her at Chriselle7. She said, try to get a coffee at Brady's Pub, but I guess it's closed on Tuesdays. And she had a wink face, and she posted an Instagram picture of the set of the Brady Pub empty.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. Oh, that was so sweet.
I know.
She's awesome.
I know. She is.
I know.
And your last one?
My last one was, or is, by Jen Lilly again, at Jen_Lilly. It says, I wish my friends' houses were connected to mine by secret tunnels. And I feel like that all the time because I have so many online friends that are so awesome, but yet they live like miles away. So I just wish you could just jump in a secret tunnel, slide down, and go, and like this little passages and different doors and have little signs and it says so-and-so's house, and you can just go visit for the day and then just climb your way back or slide back somehow.
That would be pretty cool.
What is it, though?
What if it had like one of those like little, looking like a spaceship car, when you got in the tunnel, it like just push, you know, you went there, you pushed a button to like which house you want to go to, and then it takes you, and then when you're done, you push a button and it takes you back to the
Yeah, exactly. So you can go anywhere in the world, and you can go see whoever you wanted to go see.
It would be awesome. That would be way cool.
As a kid, I always thought, like, if you go into, like, your closet and then, like, shut the door, when you open your closet door, you pop out and you'd be in a different place or different time. So I always tried to do that, and I always got confused when I came out. I was still in my house. I was like, wait a minute, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Oh, no, it's not. And if you ever watch Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, I don't know if you ever watched that or not or read the books.
Yes,
hello. Well, we had something that looked similar to the wardrobe thing that they had, and so I would always get in it thinking it was going to take me to Narnia. And it never would. It never would take me. Oh well. Kids and their imaginations.
Right.
Okay. I don't have the whatever it is, the viewing stuff, but I do have some days in the news. It's not too spectacular this week, but hey, I've got some news. For those that know who played Lisa Rinna, who played Days ex Billy Reed, she is on ABC's Sing Your Face Off. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but it premiered yesterday. I don't know how many of you watched it, but she was going to be dancing and singing on the show and performing as people such as Katy Perry, Justin Bieber. So I don't know did you watch it?
Yes.
You did? I did not get to watch it. I missed it. Was it good?
There was 3 episodes. There's been 3 episodes already. Yeah. So, because if I went on demand after, and I was up till like 1 in the morning watching them all. Well, I was up till 3, but I stayed up till like to watch all the past ones.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go on demand and watch them.
Oh, she was Dolly Parton, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, and Britney Spears.
That is so funny.
It was really good. And then they had 4 other ones. And RuPaul judged on the 2nd episode. I was dying. We all know how Travis loves RuPaul. Anyway.
I know.
It's a really good show, though. I recommend everyone watch it. It's on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. I will have to check into it on demand. Because I meant to watch it, but we started watching another movie, and it slipped my mind. All right. So the next piece of news was Allison Sweeney, who plays Sammy. She attended the City of Hope charity softball event in Nashville yesterday. And I know that one of our listeners was there. that listens in when we have, like, the start guests on. Yeah, her name's Sarah. And so she was there, and I know she was really excited about it. She also went to the CMT event and the City of Hope baseball. So I hope she got to meet Allison. If not, then hopefully she got to meet some of her other favorites at the CMT.
Wow, she was busy.
Award show. Yeah, Sarah Yu. So I don't know. Hopefully she'll post some pictures. I don't think she has yet. If she has, I've missed them, so I'll have to go back and look on Twitter. But she was very excited about it. I know that. So, and the next Emmys, we're going to talk about this. So everyone knows that the Daytime Emmys is not going to be on TV, but you can catch it online. They're going to live stream via www.daytimeemmys.net. It will begin at 5 p.m. on June 22nd. So, even though we can't see it on television, you can still see the live stream online. So they said that they're not going to let us down, that it should be, pretty good for, the live streaming event. So I'm excited. At least we get to see that.
Yeah, and it's important we support, our stars, our soap stars and our soaps, and by watching and supporting, it's going to show that there is a big enough, interest for, this to be on TV and not online next year. So.
Yes, and Dan just reminded us in the chat room that it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, so that way the Eastern side will know what to watch. Yes. Mm-hmm. On June 22nd. So it'll live stream for Eastern at 8 p.m. So everybody check that out. And like Travis says, it's important to support that. And then, maybe we can get it back on television again. But either way, at least we can watch it through the live streaming. So I'm excited to know that was happening. So, hey. All right. So that's all the news that I had. But so we're ready to get in to the week of days. It was a short week. It was just 3 days. However, even though it was a short week, it was a crazy week.
Very crazy.
So we have got lots to discuss from Gabby's confession, and what a performance by Camilla, amazing. And so we've got that to talk about, and then if we have some time, we can discuss Eric Nicole's demise and how we feel about Jennifer blabbing to Eric. And if we still have time after that, then we can talk a little bit about Brady, Teresa, and John. That's pretty much all that last week was. So if you'd like to join the conversation via phone, the number is 1-724-444-7444. Call ID 131151#, and then finally 1 and pound, and you're in. And, of course, I will post the spoilers on our Facebook page following tonight's show. All right. So, Travis, let's get started with Gabby. What do you think? And, see, I knew, last week when I said that Will was only confessing because he thought it was Sunny. Like, he had no clue that it was Gabby. That was the one that shot Nick. So I was right about that because some people were saying, well, maybe he was covering for Gabby. No, I knew that he was doing it for Sunny because that's what true love is, right?
It is. And what I thought, honestly, was like I think I said it last week, but either he knew, he thought it was Sunny, or he was just trying to do it for his family because he knows that everyone hated Nick. So he was just trying to make sure that it didn't happen again, that someone went to jail. Someone he loved went to jail because how his dad went to jail when he shot EJ. So I just thought he was trying to, be that bigger person and just protect everyone anyway. But I'm glad that, it wasn't Will, and I'm glad it wasn't Sunny. And I'm glad it was, I don't want to say I'm glad it was Gabby, but I think that the way they portrayed it and the way it's been played out, I think that it makes perfect sense for it to be Gabby, and I think they're doing a very good portrayal, and I think Camilla is just amazing.
I know her performance was just like dead on. She was so good, and like you could just see the emotion through it. Like I don't know if it's because she was feeling the emotion of actually leaving the show, or if she was feeling the emotion of what's happening to that character. Probably both. But she was amazing. Like she had me crying. Obviously, I cry over everything. But she was just so good. Like when she wanted to hold the baby, when she kept talking about how she wasn't going to be able to see her, and just it was really emotional because, you know, as a mother, I can't imagine handing my baby over and going away for years and years because it has to be tough. But she nailed it. Like she let the emotions shine through. And her scene with Will, I love that. You know, because they're best friends, obviously. Even though everything that they've been through, they've remained, you know, really good friends. And it was just so sad. What do you think about her with Will, her conversation?
I thought it was just pure and it was true and it was just one of those. It's kind of like, I don't know. They've gone through so much together. And with Nick being alive, it's kind of hindered their relationship because Nick was like this negative force, and it made it seem like Gabby protected him and cared for him more than, you know, Will and Sonny. But this like time, these moments that Gabby had with Will, you know, at the jail. Well, you know what I mean. During that time, it was just them concentrating on each other and their love and that they share for Ari. And I just thought it was very beautiful, and I think it was just very precious. And then this week we get to see more of that, so I just can't wait.
I know. This coming week's going to be really good, I think. I have a feeling. But yes. And then her scene with Rafe talking about how he was going to have to tell their mom and brother, and that was very emotional, and how he felt like he let her down, you know, because he always wanted to be there for her and have her do the right thing and everything. And it was just really touching, the sweet brother-sister moment.
It was, and I thought that I think it was when Jordan said, you know, you can't live their life for them, you can't live her life for her. I thought it was so true, you know, and that was a good point that Jordan made, because Rafe can't live Gabby's life for her. You know what I mean? He can't make the decisions for Gabby, just like Gabby can't make decisions for Rafe. And I think it's very important that Rafe remembers that. But, you know, Rafe is a protective big brother, and he wants to make sure that, you know, his family is okay, and that, you know, he's just, I mean, this is just not an easy situation. And, of course, his mom, who we've never seen over the past few years, they've all been in Salem. But anyway, she's a mystery woman. But, you know, she can barely speak English, and she's having a hard time. And, you know, so Rafe has to juggle it all. And those scenes when Gabby clutched onto Rafe and they're hugging, and oh.
I know. I was like, oh, this is so sweet and touching. It's like, I don't know, because you watch these shows and you just grow, you know, with the characters, and then when you know that they're leaving or something horrible is happening to them, even if you couldn't stand the character or really like the character, it's still hard when you know that you're not going to see this character, you know, anymore after whatever, how many days. So it's just really sad. Because I love all these characters and the actors who play them, and regardless if they're a horrible character like Nick or not. But anyway, my sub-Turon says she loved when Will told Hope that he was sorry for her loss. She said that was so touching.
It was, actually, you know, and he was sincere, and Hope was kind of like, say what? Like, she was just like, her eyes were nasty. But,
yeah.
You know, oh, go ahead.
And she knows, like, she doesn't want to think that Nick was a horrible person. Obviously, nobody deserves to die, technically. But I think she can see through Gabby and Will, you know, that they're you know, they're hurt by it as well. They didn't want it to happen, but he pretty much, there wasn't really any other choice, you know, Gabby thought in her mind, you know, to get him away so that the baby could be free to be loved by the people who love her, like her dad and Sonny and everybody. So I think Hope knows that deep down, but it's breaking her heart because Nick was her family.
Right. And I got in a discussion about this on my Days page a week or two ago. And I think, well, you had seen the discussion, you know, and the woman was saying how Nick, you know, didn't deserve to die, et cetera, et cetera. No, Nick didn't deserve to die, but how else would Gabby be able to be free and Ari be able to be free and the family, you know what I mean? How else would things be able to be back to normal somewhat? I mean, if Nick would have stayed alive, he would have found a way, no matter where he was, to torture and to have control. I'm not saying it was the right decision that, Gabby made in shooting Nick, but this is the only thing she could think of that would, for once and for all, protect everyone she loved. So, no.
I agree. She felt like she didn't have an out, and that was her way of getting that out. And
exactly.
But it's sad, though, because, she's got to pay for it, and she'll be away from her daughter, but at least her daughter will be free from the craziness that was Nick's family. So at least there's that. So Dan said, Rafe wants to protect the siblings, but look what happens to three of them. He's not very good at being a protective big brother.
Ow.
Oh, I know. Poor Rafe. And then
trying
to go through the chat room. Oh, so Shakita said, I wish she was taking Sammy and Kate to jail with her.
Oh.
She's not going to let them go down. That's another thing about Gabby and her whole confession. Like, she let it out about the Melanie situation, because that was a way that she could say Nick was holding something over her head instead of giving up Sammy and Kate, because she knew that they were just trying to help her. And they were trying to protect her. So she's trying to protect them by not letting that out. And I think that's very noble of her. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it how I feel about that, but I think that what she's doing is just amazing. That's how I can put it, because who else would really do something like that? A lot of people will take other people down around you, but then she's going to protect them, because not only are they Ari's family, but they tried to protect her in a moment when she needed it. So I think that she did a very smart thing, even though she probably didn't want to bring up the whole Melanie situation. But I think by her doing that, she, played it out very well.
Yeah, and I thought that part, that was huge when she brought that out. I mean, that was a big revelation, Her bringing out everything that happened with Melanie. I mean, no, she didn't bring out the fact that, what she did to Nick beforehand, but I don't know. She did to Marlena, but not, But I thought that was just a big confession. That was huge. I was very, very proud of her. Yes.
Yeah, it was great. So I was like, oh my gosh, she's not going to take them down with her. But, I don't know. It's a good decision, I think, on her part. I know other people might not agree with that, but I think that what she did was a good thing.
Well, I think she knows that, like, as much as Kate and Sammy have, their faults, like everyone does, that they're going to be there for Ari and they're going to protect Ari. So I think she'd rather have them around Ari, and why make more than one person, go down with her when she can just go and, do her time. Why, bring up all these other crimes when it's just, the crime of Nick dying again,
Exactly. And I love how, she had us thinking that she was this stupid girl and naive, and why does she believe Nick, and why does she think he's changed all this? And she was playing him. So
exactly.
I thought that was a good little twist in it, because I was like, really, Gabby, what is wrong with you? Are you seriously getting back with Nick? I was like, really? So I think that was a good little twist in it. But she's not as stupid as everyone thought she was.
No, she really wasn't. Not by a long shot.
Okay. I think we have Kendra on the line. We can bring her on and see what she has to say.
Yay, Kendra.
Yay. Hey, Kendra. You have anything you want to say about the Gabby storyline?
Hello.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, I gotta be paid for what she did, but why can't Sammy and Kate go to jail? They did far worse what Gabby did.
Well, then the whole town of Salem would be in jail. I mean, if we go and we look at everyone's crimes and we'd say, you know, this one deserves, no one would be on the show. They'd all be in jail talking to each other. And then we'd have, like, Salem in jail show starring, you know, the whole town of Salem in jail. So I honestly
very
think,
true.
You know, I think Sammy's been in jail before, Kate's been in jail before. They've had their time. You know, Gabby's going to go and she's going to do her time and, you know, that's it. We need some people to stay out of jail, you know.
Yeah. And not everybody's going to confess to their crimes. So, you know, at least she's womaning up and she's, you know, confessing to what she did instead of letting Will take the fall, because she could have very well sat back and let Will go to jail for this. But she did not. So I'm giving her props for doing what she did.
Me too. I give her a 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A 10 out of 9. Okay. That didn't make sense. Okay, anyway, continue.
Anything else?
Yeah, Hope.
Hope?
Yeah, like, she was kind of cold at the confessional. She should understand. She lost Sierra before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hope, that's something in my throat. Anyway, Hope tends to be, like, mightier than now, to think like she's better than other people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that's coming out right, but let me try it this way. Okay, so Hope's related to everyone in the town, or she has connections to everyone in the town. Obviously, I don't feel like she should have been, you know, part of it. I think that Roman could have done it, someone different that didn't have ties as closely to Nick. But anyway, no matter who,
emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. She's very emotional. But no, I think no matter who in Salem would have done it, there would have been some kind of emotion. But I think that Hope was way too into the case. And then, like, you know, talking to, like, Nick and all, or not Nick, sorry, Nick's dead. Talking to Will and Gabby and everything, like, she was very cold. And that just goes to show that Hope is not always very professional and that she can't separate, you know, her family life from work life. And that just goes to show that they need to hire someone totally out of the box to be at the Salem PD to do these cases, period.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't have been on the case anyway because she was family, and I thought that was against rules.
Exactly. I think
not in Salem, though.
No, I think Stefano should be part of the PD. You know, she'd be very fair about everything.
Yeah. What did you all think of Hope with Aiden, that scene? What did you think?
It was sweet. It was sweet.
Yeah. I was thinking that, you know, I don't know. Obviously, they're planning on putting them together, possibly. But I like how she was in there, you know, asking Bo, like, what's more important than your family? Why aren't you here? And just really, like, thinking, but speaking out loud, and then he's standing there. So I think he's going to, I don't know, he's going to give her more comfort, I guess. But she's kind of pushing him away right now. So we'll see what happens.
I'm starting to think, like, I don't really care for this whole Aiden coming in storyline. Like, I think they could have done it, like, back in the day with, like, Rafe and Hope. They could have done it with Vargas and Hope, and that would have been better storylines. But to bring someone like Aiden in, I don't really care for it. I'm not saying I think the actor is a good actor, but I just don't care for how they're doing it. And, like, Bo's still alive. He's not dead. So they need to kill him off because he's not on the show anyway.
We're casting.
What's that?
We're casting on role above.
Cast the boat?
Recast the role.
Recast the role?
Recast the role.
They don't need to do that either. They need to just, like, get rid of him. I mean, just kill him off, put him on a boat, put Hope on the boat with him, and just, you know, have the boat go on fire, and then we can move on. Aiden can go on the boat with them, too.
Dan says that he's looking forward to Hayden and discovering what his secret is that it's been hinting at a couple of times in the past 2 weeks. And then Shakita says Hope has always been attracted to the bad boy, so to speak, and that Aiden's not a bad boy. And then Dan said, I doubt that Aiden is actually going to get involved romantically with Hope. I think he's going to get involved with someone else. So.
Where are you seeing this? Am I, like, missing something in the chat room here? My chat room is, hold on. On that. Oh, there it is. Okay, I have to, man, I'm missing everything. I'm trying to, like, read as fast as I can. It's different when you're on the phone, I'm telling you.
So I'm just curious to see what actually is going to happen because, I mean, we all know they're not bringing Bo back, but maybe they could bring him back for just a small scene to just get the divorce or whatever, or, you know, whatever, or send him, I guess she'll probably get divorce papers in the mail. I don't know what's going to happen or how they're going to get a divorce, but we all know he's not coming back, so I'm curious just to see what's going to happen. And I agree, like Vargas, that would have been perfect because he is a bad boy, and Hope does like bad boys, and that would have worked out. I was really hoping they would bring him back. He was a cool guy. I liked him.
I loved him.
Oh, so, Dan says, there have been rumors that another gay or bisexual character is going to be brought on and that he's already on the canvas. So that is either Ben or A.
Maybe Ben.
Ben or who?
Ben.
Is A. I don't know if he means Aiden or someone starting with the letter A.
Ben or A.
Ben or A. Aiden, yes. So that would be interesting. That's funny.
So Aiden's going to try to tap young little Will?
Well, you all see in the spoilers that I post later, be sure to check those out. There is something going on with Sunny. So just be sure to check out my spoilers when I post them on the Facebook.
Can I just make a comment about this for a second? Dan, thank you very much for saying that. All right, so I made another post on my page about thinking that Ben should be bisexual. Now, there's a lot of hate about that comment. Okay,
what?
Listen, folks. Listen up. Listen to Mama. So, through our lives, we can't have perfect couples, okay? We can't. There's not always going to be a perfect couple. And for the show to last, we need to have drama. So, Will and Sunny need to break up for a little while, and one of them needs to go hanky-panky-poo with someone else. It's totally okay. I ain't going to survive with that. And, you know, I think we need to have those twists and turns and bumps and rides and, you know.
Yes, that's what makes good drama. It would be so boring if they were just, like, happy-go-lucky all the time. Who would sit and watch that? I wouldn't. I like the craziness. Even though, you know, I like EJ and Sammy, then bringing that whole Abigail thing in there was golden. I was like, yes, finally something crazy, you know, mixing it up.
Right.
So,
and I also admit, like, you know, when Chandler was on the show, I was a little bit more protective of my Will. But not saying that guy's not, you know, but Chandler, I just was, you know, Chandler and I, well, you know, we had a love affair. He didn't know that. But, you know, I do think that Will and Sunny now, they need to just have some kind of a twist. I mean, they could bring whoever they want to bring back, just make it happen. Please, Ryan. Thank you.
And it could even be a completely new person, maybe from, like, one of their past that they really haven't shown. I don't know, somebody from Sunny's past when he was out traveling around or something. Maybe, you know, bring somebody in. But either way, they need some kind of drama now that Nick's not there to cause it for them.
And they need to bring Brian back. Remember Brian?
Yes.
Hello, Brian. You can come. You know, you can come see me anytime. But no, sure. Or they can bring me to Salem. I mean, I could take one of them. Brian could take the other. You know, we could just all triple date, and then I don't know. There's so many options. So many options.
Chiquita brought up Brent. Yeah.
Yeah, Brent.
Yeah.
But he creeps me out.
Yeah, anything like that would be cool. All right, let's see. So do we want to talk a little bit about the whole Eric and Nicole debacle?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I think, which obviously Eric's super mad right now. I don't know if he'll get over it or not, but, you know, he possibly will if he supposedly loves her. I think that, you know, maybe they can work something out. But anyway, right now he's really mad. But I want to know, how do you all feel about Jennifer being the one blabbing the information to Eric? Should she have done that?
Yes.
You think she should have?
Yeah.
What do you think, Travis?
What do I think? Oh, honey. So, this whole storyline, I'm just, you asked, so I have to tell you. This whole storyline with Nicole and Eric, from the get-go for me, has been a train wreck waiting to happen. When Kristen was on the show and Eric and Nicole were, Eric was a priest and Nicole went to go work for him, and the whole race scene and everything that went on, the whole thing just never should have happened. Eric should have stayed as a priest. Nicole should have just gone for someone else. This was a train wreck. And then, of course, Nicole can't just, be normal. She has to go and make things worse and hide evidence, and now Eric's pissed, and Nicole has, all this drama, and Nicole and Jennifer are finally, had a friendship, which I actually enjoyed their friendship, and now that has to be ruined. Can we just not at least have one little friendship? I think Jennifer and Nicole could have been, great friends, but no, they had to mess that up. So, fine. Jennifer's going to blow this up, and then Nicole's going to go and turn the tables on Jennifer and Daniel.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was thinking that Nicole's going to take this, go to Daniel, and be like, look what she did. I didn't even get a chance to tell him myself. She can say that she was going there to tell him the truth, but Jennifer blabbed it, and so, she didn't get to do it first, and maybe it would have been different. I can see her blaming everything on Jennifer. It's going to get, it might get crazier than it already is. But I agree with you. Eric made a good priest, but obviously I'm an Eric and Nicole shipper. I like them. But I don't know, I don't know how this is going to end up. So I'm curious to find out. Curious to see what Daniel's going to think. Is he going to be mad at Jennifer before even Nicole forces him to be? Is he going to say, why did you do that? Why did you come talk to me first or something? I don't know. But
I don't know. I just think, like I said, the whole situation could have been prevented, and now it's just a whole hot mess. And I think you have Dan on the call.
I know.
And I'm unmuted. Can I just talk?
Yes, talk.
First of all, did you know if you dial a wrong number, you get an Italian restaurant in Minnesota?
And which number is that?
I don't know, but I've done it twice.
I didn't even know you were on the call. My chat's frozen. So I'm glad Travis said something, or you would have been sitting there forever and me not knowing.
No. Just when Travis started talking about the Eric Nicole train wreck,
okay,
I was like, okay, I was going to keep my mouth shut, but I got 2 cents on that one. He is absolutely 100% correct. Even though I like Eric and Nicole together, it would have made much more sense and been much more dramatic storytelling and a much better acting challenge for the two performers if they had allowed Eric to stay a priest. It would also have made Days of Our Lives unique because there is not a priest as a lead character on daytime television.
Amen.
Yeah.
And it would have led to so many wonderful storylines. So that's my 2 cents. Mm-hmm. and since they've taken away the tension, I can never remember his name. The guy playing Eric, all I can remember is he's got the greatest hair in daytime television, and I can't get past that.
Greg Vaughn?
Greg Vaughn. His performance doesn't have the drive anymore because he doesn't have that layer of frustration. Mm-hmm. He's now very boring.
It's true, though.
So,
yeah.
It is true.
So, and, of course, having Jennifer do it is your standard. It seems like they have 2 sets of writers on Days. They have one set who are absolutely brilliant and make the right choices, and sometimes they have to convince you they are, but they eventually do it. And then they got one set of writers who just, I think they write with purple crayon on used Kleenex. And I think they're the ones who did the May sweeps.
Yeah.
It was the worst sweeps in a long time. It was very plotting, very boring. But I think they were wrapping up into everything into a nice little ball to throw it over their shoulder and start in June with something new. Because the first 3 episodes in June knocked my socks off. Mm-hmm. But that goes back to Jennifer being the one to tell Eric, goes back to throwing Jennifer and Daniel fighting each other. I can accept that them as a couple if they are together and fight together, which is what makes all the couples good. Bo and Hope, John and Marlena. Jennifer and what's his name? JJ.
Jack.
Jack. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Made them wonderful characters you wanted to fight for because they fought for stuff together, and that was the tension that may, put them together, bring them apart. But having Jennifer be the tattletale, which is very much like the character that has been written in the past 2 years, but not like the character of Jennifer that grew up in Salem and we all grew to love.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say, I have to say, that one of the best scenes that Father Eric had was when he first came to town, and he was jogging past Nicole, and he lifted up his shirt. Sorry, just saying. That was like, hello. Hi, Father Eric. How are you? Welcome to town. I'm Travis.
It seems like all the men on Salem, it's like this whole double entendre, or this whole double standard. In most television and film, it's the women who are objectified, but in Salem, it's the guys whom they find these flimsy excuses to get them out of their shirts and their pants. And and actually, there's a whole thing going on in Hollywood now. I was just reading an article where if you're an actor and you're under 40, if you don't have the abs and those little lines and the chest and the arms, you can't get work because they're all looking for the next Arrow or the next big action franchise. And unless you've got those, you're not getting work unless you can either be in an action franchise or look really, really good with your shirt off. Mm-hmm. So, that's Salem is just like, they've, even Eric Martzoff and Sean Christian, who are over 40, still look great with their shirts off. I mean, so, and the majority of the day's cast is over 40.
So you're saying they wouldn't want a 300-pound drag
I'm sorry?
queen? You're saying they wouldn't want a 300-pound drag queen with her shirt off on the
I think that would be great. In fact, I think they missed, with bringing Eileen Davidson back, I think they missed a great storyline by having, her play her 3 and 4 characters, and then having a male and a female playing EJ's 9 or 10 brothers and sisters. And I just had this wonderful storyline in mind of this blonde woman following EJ around and him finally cornering her and shoving her up against the wall and saying, "Why are you following me?" And having Susan come in and hit him over the head with a loaf of French bread and say, "Get your hands off that queen. That's your brother."
That would be awesome. Oh, my God.
So, anyway, they won't hire me as a writer on days for some reason. I think.
Well,
what's
wrong with them?
Yeah,
oh, God.
Yeah. I have tried.
I don't get it. It would obviously be amazing if you were a writer. So.
It would be different. So.
Yeah. It would get ratings.
Well, you never know, because what some of us may think will bring ratings, may not. Obviously, the people that they have been writing to what they think are bringing. It seems to me like they keep harking back to the past, and they're touching on it a little bit, but I think they're not going about it the right way. They're taking too much time. They need to look at the British soaps like Hollyoaks, Coronation Street. If you guys have not seen any of those on Hulu, sit down and watch a week's worth. Your jaws were dropped. They're not necessarily that well written. They're not necessarily that well acted, but they clip along. In a month, they do in 1 month about a year's worth of storylines that they do on American television.
Wow.
And that's how they get the ratings is if you miss an episode or two, you're lost. You got to go back and catch up. I mean, with American daytime television, you can skip 2 months and go back and catch right up. So they've got to speed it up, and that will bring the ratings back. I think the ratings have taken a bump because now there's only 4 soaps, and they've got their choice of the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
So true, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you come on and you just make our minds go round and round, buddy. I love it. I'm so glad I could guest co-host tonight and just be here live next to you on this comfy couch as we can share a cocktail. Because,
okay. Well, we'll just have to do a spin-off show where we just sit around and change the world. That's what we need to do. So.
Yes. Let's do that.
Well, thank you all for letting me talk. Like I said, I was going to go, not call in, but I thought, okay, Travis touched on a subject, and my big mouth went off, so I called in. So.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
Well, we love it. Yes, we love when you call. Always fun.
If you want to call in.
Okay, and I'm looking forward to the next duet.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. It's coming up. Up.
All right, don't let me down.
We won't.
Okay. Night off.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I love him. I just love when he calls. I know. He's the greatest.
I would have been insulted if he wouldn't have called in during, the time me co-host him. I would have been a little insulted. He always calls in, and it makes the show. It really does. I think he just adds so many good thoughts, and he gets all of our minds working, so.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He adds some flavor.
Okay, we have a few more minutes before we have to end. So I was going to say, what do you all think about the whole John and Brady thing? I think, every time he sees John, obviously he wants to do more drugs. So, he's just doing it out of anger for his father. But do you think that if he wasn't angry at John, would he be having this fling with Teresa? I'm not so sure that he would.
I think he's still angry about Kristen, hence why he's having the thing with Teresa.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he uses her as his release from all of his anger.
Yes.
And I've not figured out yet what she's using him for. I don't know if it's
his money.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought money. Yeah, I thought that, but then I don't know. I'm not sure. She's got something up her sleeve. I have a feeling that there's going to be more to this, but I guess we'll. And if you see anything in the chat room, if you want to speak it, you can. My chat's not working, so
okay.
if there's anything interesting that you see that you want to say, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's something under her sleeve, and we'll find out. And I cannot wait for Eve to come back. I'm so antsy about it. I want to know what's going to happen there. I want to know what's going to happen when Kristen comes back. I cannot wait for all of this to go down. I think that's going to really bump up the stories, and I think we're going to see an increase in ratings definitely when those two show up on the scene. So I'm very,
I agree.
very
I want to
excited.
say Shakita said, I'm excited too. Shakita said Brady bounced from Ariana to Madison to Kristen and now to Teresa. And in between that, I'll just have to mention Nicole. So, he's never, like Nicole, he's never just, had time to himself,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's very important. Thank you for Shakita for mentioning that. And Shakita also posted the ratings that came out. So if you want me to send you the link for that, I can.
Awesome.
But anyway, yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. There's a lot of good stuff that's going to be coming about, and I can't wait to be chatting about it with one of the best and most fabulous shows around, Common Ground Radio. So,
thank you.
True. You're welcome. It's such an honor to be part of this, tonight.
I know. I'm so glad you did it with me. It would have been so boring just me talking the whole time by myself, so I appreciate it. I couldn't have asked for a better person to fill in.
Oh, Brandon, you can go out of town once a month.
I know, right?
You want, Brandon. I don't mind going in.
Well, if I'm ever out, you two can have at it. Yay, all right. So do you think, I guess, before we end our show, we could do our last duet for the night?
Hello, this is Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi. I can't tell when people are on right now.
Well, I actually was going to call, and my daughter called, and then I told her I was on this very important thing I was trying to read, chat room. Then she wanted to know what it was, and I told her Days of Our Lives, and she's like, oh, my fucking God. And I said, well, just let me go so I can call. I just need, as I'm trying to go. Anyway, then I couldn't. I had to go out of the chat room to get the phone number, and anyway, here I am. Anyway, what I want to know is if anybody has heard why Gabby was leaving the show. I mean, was she going for another reason, a job, or she didn't do her contract, or has anybody heard anything?
I wasn't sure. I know that she didn't renew, but I don't know if it was by her choice or by the show's choice?
Well, I just thought maybe she got an offer somewhere else, but I just, usually you hear, and we haven't heard anything. So that's kind of what I was wondering, if anybody knew.
But it's time for us to figure out for next week. We could probably do a little bit of research and see, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gina says she wants to do more prime time.
Yeah, I see that. Well, she probably can get in there. She's really good. I didn't know she was that good until this week.
I know. They didn't really.
No, I really didn't. I never saw that part of her. It was like, wow, where in the hell has she been? And I just loved.
She did so great this week.
She was. It was just excellent. And I just loved the conversation between Sammy and Marlena. That was freaking hilarious when she said something and she says, "Why, do you want to tell me something?" And Sammy says, "No." And Marlena had that funny look on her face like, "Yeah, go ahead, tell me."
Yeah, I already know.
That was hilarious because I knew she knew that she couldn't say nothing to her.
So true.
Anyway, I loved it.
Oh, yeah, we loved it too. I really did. I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all wraps up here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this week. And somebody, I guess, I can't remember, last week had said something about like they're going to reboot everybody's lines on the days. That needs to be done desperately. Reboot, restart, rewrite, whatever they're going to do, but they do need to get it going. I mean, like I've been watching from day one, and it's so boring right now. Just boring.
It has its time, like every show and every soap, and when a show's been on for so many years, there's only so many storylines you can go through.
Yeah.
So I think it's just, it's trial and error, and as long as we continue to support and record the show, if we can't at least watch it that day, record it, even if you fast forward split, and at least that's showing that there is still support out there for the soap. And we're going to have our dry moments, but we need to take our victories in the moments that are good, like the scenes with Camilla, the scenes we've had with Chamber Massey when he came out.
Oh, yeah. I loved all that. Yeah, that was great.
When, they lost Johnny, when the whole situation there. There's so many things that we can, have victories for. And Dave's winning the Emmy last year, so we just need to hang tight and just
be patient, huh? I have 49 years. I guess I can be patient for a while longer.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, most definitely.
But I'm going to miss EJ. I wish he wouldn't have smoked peyote or whatever the hell that was. I don't know what he was told when he was in that, whatever he did. So there's no telling what direction he thinks his life is going to go to. But I think maybe he could do movies. He could do movies really good.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean they're not going to come back. I think, it's just right now look at Eileen Davidson. She went to Young and the Restless, then she came back. Ron Hurd, he went to General Hospital, then came back. It doesn't mean they're going to be gone forever. I think it's just they need a break where they've been on it for a while.
No, I don't blame them, I guess, yeah.
Allison Sweeney's leaving an open door. James Scott, they would allow him back. So we just need to let them do their thing and just know that, they could come back. And it's time for other actors and actresses that are part of the show to stand up and, take on the bigger role,
Yeah.
So
they could probably pay new ones less than they do the old ones, too, that way, money-wise, too. Pay, the newer actors, so.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, I shall hang up.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
That's Grammy's 2 cents for this week, so.
We love you, Grammy.
Thank you. Love you guys, too. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I just wanted to say, Dan said James Scott wanted to leave for over a year. James needs a break. And, Kendra said James needs a break. So, I think we need to respect the actors that are, that they want their time away. And, this is time for, like, Lauren Coswell to have more scenes. This is time for, there's so many other actors and actresses on the show that can have more scenes. So let's just, be supportive, guys, and stay strong as a Bees community,
Amen.
Missy, back to you.
Okay. Our Are you ready?
Is it closing duet time?
It's almost time to close, yeah. So we got to get our duet in so we won't disappoint Dan.
All right, so you know how the tune goes because you have to start out.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room. The smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile, they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, street fights. People living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights. People, don't
stop. Okay. That was hilarious. I'm sure we are like Grammy Gold right there.
We are Grammy Gold. I think, I was pretty proud of myself because I'm singing in my head and I'm like, damn, I went through exactly the way the song goes. I might not sound exactly like them, but you know.
Oh, goodness, that was great. Thanks for that. We hope that you all enjoyed that. Okay, before we close out tonight's show, we would like to remind you all to follow us on Twitter at CG Online Radio. Like us on Facebook, type in Common Ground Radio in the search bar, drop us a comment, tell us what you like and what you want to talk about. Also, please check us out on airnationradio.com because there you'll find all of our past shows and you can download any of them. You'll find a biography on myself and Brandon, along with all the other great shows on the Air Nation Radio Network. And if you're into iHeartRadio, we're under the talk show category. And I just want to mention that Travis is looking for people to be on his show, Gabtown Divas. If you know anyone who is in the ancestry line of witches, in a circus or a clown, or is a psychic or medium, send them Travis's way for his Gabtown Divas radio show. And we would like to thank everyone who joined us in the chat room this evening. Thank you to those who called in. And until next time, for Common Ground Radio, I am Misty.
And I'm guest co-host Travis.
Yay! Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Love you all.
Bye.
You've been listening to Common Ground Radio with hosts Brandon and Misty on the Air Nation Radio Network. Thank you for joining us.